What's up, MP?
Hey, MP. It's your world. We just live in it.
Of the NBA Cup. There is a lot of excitement in this building tonight. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Houston. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Los Angeles Clippers, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
Yeah, right now, the Rockets, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
And you want to talk about hitting the ground running? They've done exactly this. And you got to give a lot of credit to their coaching staff for getting this team locked in early.
Here are the five for the Clippers. We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Bogdanovic is out there with Harden. And it's Zubac in at the center position. And for Houston, running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Thompson is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's MP in at the one. And it's going to be Houston off the tip. And for both these teams, it's game one of the NBA Cup. Chance to notch a regular season win and, more importantly, start strong in this group round.
Yeah, it's important to gain some early momentum because you can be out of this in a hurry. We've seen good teams blink, and they're gone.
Now Brooks. James Harden missing on the three. And here's MP for three. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
And this is why you got to be all up in MP's airspace, even as the pass is coming his way.
Outside Leonard. And Bogdanovic kicks to Powell. Harden surveying the D. And Harden with the stop.
What an athlete Harden is. Gets off the ground so fast to hammer it down.
MP outside. Season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team.
Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka, and I asked him how you deal with James Harden tonight, and Coach said his focus is not letting Harden get the matchups he wants, not allowing him to get ISOs. Coach said he has to work for it tonight, so they will try to throw some resistance his way, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Powell kicks it out to Leonard. The three. Bangs home the trifecta. Leonard's got five.
Just another place you have to take Leonard seriously. He's so capable from the outside.
Pass to MP from deep. And another three for Houston.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. that's the way you like to start.
Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
Oh, that has to hurt if you're the defense. Harden getting fancy with the jam.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. And so Powell will bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a three-point game. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Rockets. That one was played down in Houston.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
Well, they looked like they were asleep on that end of the floor. No one was talking. No one was paying attention. Yeah, it was rough.
And here's Bogdanovich following the three-pointer by MP. Up top, Leonard. He's covered by Thompson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite. Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Jock Landale's checked in for Şengün. Jabari Smith comes in for Amen Thompson. Tari Eason's checked in for Brooks. And it's Whitmore in for Jalen Green.
And a guy any team would love to have. The quiet confidence of Kawhi has worked throughout his career.
MP, no good. Clippers trail by 4. Harden with it. Now defended by Whitmore. MP against Simmons. A three from Leonard. That shot missing. The Rockets have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. MP, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Simmons slams it in.
Strong move by Simmons. You could see it in his eyes. Got the matchup he wanted and took it.
Now, here's MP. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. Another miss by MP.
The only place for shots like that are in shoot-around.
I'd like to know what he was thinking. Did he think... Nah, he couldn't have thought that was a good shot. That was an awful shot.
Harden finds Powell, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Eubanks. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Amir Coffey's checked in for Powell. And Miller's subbed in for James Harden. Here's Whitmore. Still without a basket. Pass to MP. 6 to shoot. Sinks the triple. MP's got 18 points.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Miller outside. To the inside. Off with the layup. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Rockets lead by 5. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. The post pairing, Batum and Zubac. Simmons is out there with Miller. And it's Coffey in at the 3. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in L.A. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Nice shot by Thompson.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Here's Coffey. Scoreless thus far. And Simmons slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
This offense just continues to impress.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Now here's Simmons. 8 points his last outing. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
MP against Simmons. The three from MP. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Coffey. And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Adams, he's checked in for Houston. Dylan Brooks comes in for Tari Eason. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubac. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Amir Coffey. And it's Harden in for Miller. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Simmons passes to Leonard.
2 minutes.
Here's Eubanks. Adams defending. Here's Bogdanovic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Bogdanovic is a very consistent shooter from the field. He's got great mechanics and can just pepper you with shots.
And here's MP for 3. Clippers trail by 7. Inside. Kawhi puts it down hard.
And Leonard makes it look easy. Incredible at getting inside and just finishing with physicality.
And Adams kicks to Thompson. They kick it out to Green. MP outside. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. MP's got 27 points. Pass to Bogdanovic. And here's Leonard, the 17-footer. It's hauled in by Adams.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Here's MP. MP powers through the contact inside.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
There's 38 seconds left in the second quarter. And here's Leonard from 3. And it's Leonard again missing. Houston leading by 10. A 3 from MP. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Leonard looking around. Just 5 on the clock. Shot to stop the run. No good at the rim. And so it's Houston. 13 points up at the end of the period. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting. They've been dialed in so far from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Run wide.
Welcome to halftime. First, let's take a look at the injuries this team has been dealing with.
Yeah, the Rockets are not 100% right now. Well, when you don't have Van Fleet, it really hurts. His teammates tap into his energy with his play. I mean, when this guy gets hot, he's like a starter on any team. He's shown he could be a #1 scorer.
And swinging things back to our featured matchup, MP was on fire during those first 2 quarters of play.
You gotta love what MP is doing. Looking like a true superstar. Reminds me of myself and Ernie.
You know, I don't need this kind of abuse. I don't have to be here. Like, we can go one-on-one right now. Shaq, you know what? Ernie, you referee. Shaq, you get the ball. No shots in the paint allowed.
Huh? What'd you say?
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
And I like that they had the confidence in him to keep calling his number.
Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. Alperin Şengün out there with Thompson. And it's MP in at the point. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 13. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the first of 4 played at home for him.
That's what this coaching staff has encouraged Leonard to do. They want him in attack mode.
Now, here's MP. 32 points in the game.
They're a team with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Leonard. It's not going to go for him. Good D by Thompson. Rockets leading by 14. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. I had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And again for 3. He's really sniping them from outside.
Locked in, feeling confident in that 3-point shot.
Outside Leonard. Over Thompson. And it's Leonard missing. And here are the Rockets now. Big stretch here going 10-2. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Leonard inside. He's covered by Thompson. Powell against Brooks. The shot by Powell, no good.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
And here's MP for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Pass to Harden. Puts up a 3. The shot misses.
shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Talk about confidence. Greg, what do you think about Harden's quote from a couple years ago when he said, "I'm not a system player, I am the system"?
Kevin, I laughed when I heard it because most guys could.
So we see Houston taking the W here. And tonight, not just a regular season win, it also counts in the NBA Cup standing.
And if you look at the teams that advance in the Cup, you normally have to win this first game. So they're off to a strong start.
And that'll do it, folks. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching tonight's game on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.